Hey, what's going on, guys? Dan Rice, FHCOutdoors.com. Today's video, it's been a little while since I posted one. Lots been going on. As most of you guys know, I have a 3.5-year-old son, Grayson, and 4 days ago, we had our second baby, Graham, join us. And so it's been a kind of a hectic schedule as of late, no sleep, but I'll tell you what, being a dad is probably one of the greatest things that could ever happen to you. Absolutely love it. Grayson fishes. He caught his first bass. It's just awesome. So today's video is going to be a little bit different, and I kind of got inspired by looking at Mike Iaconelli's fishing garage. His setup is amazing. Of course, I'm in a 2-car garage here on this house, and so I don't have a whole lot of space, but it does house my boat. And then I had a wall here with all of my rods on it when I had the John boat. Well, when I bought the bass boat, obviously I keep my gear in the boat. I don't have to take it out and do all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to pull all of my my hooks down. I'm going to turn this into a little storage area. I'm going to build a pegboard with a frame, and I'm going to hang it, and it's going to allow me to keep all of my extra tackle, move some stuff off the shelves for the babies and the kids. We can put toys and stuff up there, and I'll neatly and organized have all of my fishing tackle behind me, everything that's not on the boat. So I'm going to show you guys, turn this around, kind of show you what you need, do some basic steps so that if you want to organize your own garage or wherever you have your fishing tackle, you know what, you just need some basic hand tools and some materials. Get started with a little bit of creativity. You can turn it into something like this. All right, so you don't need a whole lot of materials for this project. Of course, you're going to need your pegboard. You're also going to want to buy some 1x2 lumber, which is what we're going to do to build our frame around this pegboard to give it some rigidity, especially where you're fitting panels together. What I'm doing is I'm putting together a 4x8 piece of pegboard, and so I want to frame all the way around it. Of course, however big you decide to go, if you do this project, you're going to want to make sure you have enough basic lumber here to build your frame. Of course, you're going to need some 1-inch screws to attach this 1x2 to the pegboard material, as well as some type of adhesive. I have a liquid nails here, which is just, it's an indoor project adhesive. I'm going to basically put this adhesive down on the lumber when I attach it to the pegboard, and then finish it off with a screw just to make sure that it doesn't go anywhere over time. And then attaching the pegboard with the frame to the wall, a 2.5-inch construction screw. Some other things you're obviously going to want to have are some of your pegs. And so Home Depot, Lowe's, pretty much you can get all this stuff. Out the door, it was right at $70. So it's really not a whole lot of money to invest in organizing and keeping all my fishing tackle in one spot, up and away from the kids. I don't really have to worry about hooks and all that kind of stuff. And of course, if you have saws, your basic materials like a hammer, either a screwdriver or some type of cordless drill, and that's really all you need. I'm going to go ahead and put a bead of liquid nails down. Next, we're going to take our 1-inch screws, line the frame up with the top of the pegboard, and secure it to the top, making sure we pay attention to the seams of the pegboard. And this frame is what's going to give us the rigidity and the sturdiness that we're going to need when we hang our lures and things, and as we add weight, it will distribute that throughout the frame. I'm putting one screw on each side of the crack in the panels, and so the panels are 2 feet by 4 feet. So essentially what's going to happen is every 2 feet you have a seam. What you want to do on your frame is to make sure that you have a screw on each side on your frame so that it supports both pieces. On the ends, it doesn't really matter because you don't have any seams on the edge of the pegboard. It's really making sure that you're supported here with each seam, depending on how big your pegboard is going to be. Thanks, bub.
You too.
There you go. Good job. Okay, walk it over. Good job, dude. Okay. Any bit. Right. Should be right there. Okay, don't move. All right, so once you get your frame built, you're probably going to need some help when it comes to lifting, leveling, and securing the pegboard to the wall. What you want to do to make sure that it is safe and that it doesn't fall, doesn't hit your boat, or damage anything else in your garage is to make sure that you use a stud finder. Go through, mark your studs behind the drywall, and you're going to want to make sure you go through the pegboard with a pilot hole, drilling a hole, and into the studs. The time is here. It is time to fill up thy pegboard. Couple pieces of advice real quick before we get on to the ending of this video. If you have a significant other, don't go in there and tell them, oh hey babe, my project's done, come check it out, and let them walk out the door to see a wall full of baits. That is not good. It's not going to be good for you. You might be sleeping over at a friend's house. Heck, you may not have a boat or those lures any longer. It's one of those deals where they see $3 grand of baits on the wall. You better have a good excuse, and my excuse for you is going to be this. I at least got 30% discount on all this because I don't buy unless it's a sale, babe. That kind of stuff will save you, trust me, especially with a wall of baits. In all seriousness, it's a really, really easy project. Get your pegboard and lay it out. Build yourself a frame. Put it up on the wall, make sure it's level, and you're going to use 2.5-inch construction screws to go through the pegboard, the frame, and into the studs behind the drywall. Make sure you're using a stud in at least a couple of different places on this because it can get heavy, especially when you start adding up your 6XDs and your jigs and your tungsten weight and everything like that. You don't want this thing hanging down and falling on the boat. You know, it's like I said, really easy project. If you have any questions, get a hold of me through Facebook or YouTube, or head to my website, fhcoutdoors.com, and hit the contact page and get a hold of me that way. Fall baits, I've had a lot of questions. My big thing right now, swim baits. It's the Rage Swimmer from Strike King. This is the new release. It's going to be dynamite this fall. For you drop shot guys, or the guys out west who love finesse presentations like the drop shot, the half shell from Strike King is a new 3.5-inch drop shot bait. And they utilize OPT technology, meaning open pore technology. That's going to give you colors from Strike King that you've really never seen before. So that applies to the half shell as well as the Dreamshot. So you have the original Dreamshot, now you have the Dreamshot OPT. Some of these awesome colors I'm talking about, they're right there. Just look for this little yellow sticker right here. It says open pore technology. Sexy shad, everyone knows the KVD-ism. Sexy shad. Check out the sexy shad in a soft plastic. You got the chartreuse, you have the shad top, and this thing will be a dynamite smallmouth killer. You can trust me. I had it out on Coeur d'Alene 2.5 weeks ago and caught quite a few big fish on it. You know, other than that, if you have any questions, let me know. Very, very simple project. Get yourself organized. I'm a big believer in being efficient with the time. So, yeah, have a great fall. Thanks for watching. And hopefully I'll see you on the water here soon.